What's up guys, and welcome to my Liverpool FIFA 17 ratings predictions. First up, we've got the goalkeeper, Mw3. I actually personally reckon he'll get dropped for Karius, the new transfer from the Bundesliga, but I've continued him in the starting lineup as he was the first choice at the end of last season. I've knocked him down a fair few ratings. I've taken his diving down, reflexes down, his positioning down a bit, and I've dropped him to a 77 non-rare, down from 78, because this guy's definitely lost his shine. He's on his way out. He's just not a keeper that's really up to the standard of Liverpool Football Club. Now in the right back spot we've got Nathaniel Klein. I kept to his 81 rating because despite him being really decent, he wasn't much better than his previous season, and I think 81 rated for a right back is quite decent as well. I don't think he's done anything too special, so I think the 81 rated is probably a fair rating. Now we've got the latest transfer in the centre back position at Liverpool, which is Matip. They actually got him on a free transfer. Again, similar to Klein, I've kept him the same because he was really consistent. He actually got a January upgrade from 80 to 81. He could nudge up to that 82 because of the transfer, I'm not sure. But this guy is really, really decent. He's actually only about 24 years old as well, so he's got a high chance of growing at the club. So yeah, one to watch. Here we have Sacco. I also could put Lovren in this spot. I'm not sure which of the two is going to make it through. Maybe even Matip for Lovren, I'm not sure. But I've kept him at 81 because he's really, really decent, but he did get done with a doping scandal, and I don't think EA is probably gonna look, too kindly on that. And 81 rated again, I think is a fair rating for him. Now, and I would have hoped that Liverpool would replace this position. Don't think they have. Taken Moreno down from 79 to a 78. He's more of a left mid / left wing in my opinion. He shoots quite often, but he's not very good at it. He is quite decent at dribbling as well, but his defence and passing is not great, so I've taken both those down. He's also quite weak on the ball, and yeah, I think he needs to come out of that full-back position and move further up the pitch. Now, moving on to the first midfielder, we've got Milner. I've taken him up to an 81 from an 80. I personally would have him at an 82, but I don't think EA are going to give him that credit. He was actually the top goal assister in 2016 in the Prem, and he did really well for England whenever he made an appearance. I've also bumped his pace up. I'd actually potentially put it up even more. This guy's actually quite rapid and moving up and down the pitch. Not rapid, but he's quite decent. I've increased his passing up to 84. His shooting I've kept the same. I've also increased his physicality a bit, because when this guy's on the ball, he's really, really, really strong. Quite a decent knock-on from his head as well. Now, one of the hottest prospects at Liverpool, we've got Firmino. I've taken him up from an 82 to an 83, increased his pace, his passing. I've also decreased his physicality a little bit, because last year he was an 82, but he's actually quite weak on the ball, I think, and he's not very good with his head. So I've reduced that a little bit, but his passing is come on really well last season. He's also quite fast, so he's certainly following in Coutinho's footsteps. His shooting is decent, maybe needs to step up a little bit if he's going to play in that striker role that he played last year, so centre forward role. So yeah, that's what I've given Firmino. Finally, the last man in the midfield. I'm not sure if he'll still be in the starting 11, but it kind of has to be as captain, so that's why I've kept him. And it's Hendo. Kept in the same 79. Really, really average season. He actually scored this exact same score on his Who Scored from this season and last season. No difference at all. I think he's actually quite a decent captain at Liverpool, but he's not done anything that special that deserves really an upgrade or change to the rating. Now, this is the interesting bit, front three. Here, first we've got Mane. I've actually increased him to a 80 from his 78 rated before. Moved him to right wing as well from the centre forward, because there's just no more room in that midfield or the striking position, or really on the left wing, so he has to go right wing. I mean, he could drop in for Sturridge now and again if Sturridge is injured, but I think he'll mainly play on the right wing when Sturridge is fit. I've also increased his shooting quite a lot, because he scored quite a fair few goals last year. Not as many assists, so the passing's not gone up too much, but he's still pretty decent with his passes. I've also knocked his physicality up a tiny bit, just because he's actually quite strong. Now we have the legend that never actually plays, Daniel Sturridge. He's still a top class player whenever he plays, but he just never ever gets match fitness, so I cannot justify an upgrade. 83 is also really decent. As I say, you don't really see much of him, but he's sort of lost his England spot as well, and yeah, I can't really say much more. He's going to have to stay the same really. I mean, EA might even knock him down to an 82, I don't know, but for me he stays at 83 because when he plays he's still really good. Here we have the last man, Coutinho. I'm keeping him at an 84 rated because that rating is still really decent. He doesn't actually put in as many goals and assists as a lot of people might think, but yeah, he's still top quality player. Arguably, I'd say potentially Liverpool's best player right now. He definitely deserves a pace upgrade because this guy is so fast off the mark, but he's staying at an 84 for me. I'm moving him to left wing as well because that's where he played most of last season. They actually play a 4-2-3-1, but I put it as a 4-3-3 because it's easier to visualise. And yeah, that's why I'm staying with Coutinho. And that concludes this video. Leave your comments down below if you agree or disagree, and I hope you check out the next video going up tomorrow.